guys, this is Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a slightly different video than I usually do, but I always get a lot of questions about certain pieces around our house, like decoration wise and where it came from. And believe it or not, I've actually DIY'd a lot of the decorations that we have here. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of take you through and show you what I have made, kind of tell you a little bit about how I made it, and then I wish I had saved or had been videoing when I made some of these because it's the coolest thing. I also love going through Hobby Lobby and looking at all of the pieces they have and then thinking about how I can make it myself to save money, but also just to be able, I love crafting and love doing things like that. So I'm gonna start here in our living room and show you the few things that I've done that you could do also. So let's get started. So the first thing is actually this mirror, and I do have to go back and kind of scrape off where the paint has come onto the mirror itself, but this is actually something that I made myself. I saw ones at Hobby Lobby, I saw ones at like online, but they were just ridiculously expensive. So I actually saw this one in a video on Facebook, and what this is 6 separate Dollar Tree small mirrors. And what I did was I got some of the Waverly chalk paint. I got it, and I think the color was cashew, and I painted each one of these frames. I think it took me 2 or 3 coats to be able to do that. And then I took the E6000 or whatever kind of super glue that you like. I know E6000 really holds up well with things like this. And I actually glued all of them together. There is a piece of cardboard like on the back. We had a box and I had laid it on top of that, and it was accidental that it kind of glued to it, but it really worked out because it gave me peace of mind knowing that there's like extra support there behind it. So I did some E6000, and then once it was dry and I was getting ready to hang it, I just went back with some of that cashew and I painted just over the seams right here where it might have come through a little bit. And I hung it up with some command strips and it's good to go, and it cost me $6 because I already had the paint. So this was such a fun and easy one. This was super easy. Normally they are like $40, $50 for things like this at Hobby Lobby or online, places like that, and I made this for just a little over $6 if you count like paint and everything like that. So the next thing are things like this, like little floral arrangements, and both of these, every bit of it came from the Dollar Tree. Some of it was from last year, some of it was from the year before, but I just have the glass dome from the Dollar Tree. I put some of their rocks in, like you can see there. I put some of those in, and then just got a few different arrangements in the fake flower floral department there, and put those in right there. And I love this, and I think it's so pretty. It really goes with the decor of like more neutral and just floral decor. And then this one is, I feel like they usually have these every year. I haven't really checked this year when I went, but I got that, and these are actually just stuck down in there. Sometimes I will take and do some of the foam down in the bottom and then stick these into it, but this one I actually didn't, and I really honestly just love how it is. I did some similar ones with some of these poofs like this, and then really just the colors being similar since they are both here in our living room. So the box here is actually, it was from like a spa gift box thing that I got for Christmas, and it's like a wooden box, and I was like, well, that's like perfect because I wanted something more to put on this table here. So this right here, I think I ended up getting 2 or 3 of these little floral bunches, and then this right here. So this was under $5, and then same for this. I think I did 2 or 3 of these. I did one thing of the rocks, and then this right here. So this was like $5 or $6. So I love being able to be crafty but also save money if I can. And I just have this one over here on the side table with this cute little thing I got from Hobby Lobby that was, I think it was actually given to me, and just this right here. One thing I do get questions about a lot is this picture right here, and I actually made this. So I will walk you through how I made this. This was the first thing that I actually made for this home, but I love it. And the inspiration came from Hobby Lobby. So I just wanted to show a little bit how I do my lettering like I did for our picture in our living room. Usually I will find some kind of design that I like from Pinterest or just Google if I know a quote that I want to use, and I will have that set up and I'll be looking at it. And I'm just going to show you on a paper towel today because this is kind of more similar to a canvas than an actual piece of paper. So usually I will start with either a pencil or a pen. I'm just going to do a pen right now because it's just paper towel, but if I was on a canvas, I would be using a pencil with an eraser. So if I mess up, I can erase it there. And I will look at the picture that I'm doing and kind of do a general sketch of it, try to do my words, my lettering like that. And then when I'm finished, I will go over it with a paint pen. And I really like this one. This is Gecko color. It's not sponsored or anything. This is just the one I really like using. And it does have a somewhat fine tip. It's not super thick. So if you do need something more fine, though, of course, get an actual fine tip paint pen. But this usually works well, especially for lettering on boards, like larger boards, larger pictures like I did in the living room, because the fine print actually would be more like this, and then I can just color in and do shading if it's a thicker line. So I'm going to try to show you what I do for that. So I'm just going to do my name real quick, and I'm just going to do like a light tracing. So just like that, that's just a very, very light tracing. And then I'm gonna take my paint pen, always like shake it really well before you start. And because I'm left-handed, I'm gonna do it backwards just so I don't smear it. But you don't have to do that if you don't have that problem. But just gonna do this and just trace over it. And I know this is like really simple compared to what I did in the living room, but I did generally the same thing. And I actually, because I am left-handed and this is something I struggle with, like writing in a straight line sometimes, I actually took a ruler and traced lines on there, like very, very faint lines that I could erase very easily. I'm very careful about doing that because when you are painting over it like this, it's fine if there's other lines because the paint is going to cover it. But in terms of like doing the lines, I knew that I was going to have to do it very, very fine because it wasn't going to be covered in anything. So I did that, but I always like trace over. I love watching the videos on like TikTok where people are just freehanding things like this and they go straight in with the Sharpie or with the paint pen or whatever it is, but I'm not that bold. So I am just doing it just like this, but it really does come out pretty much the same. And I just love doing this. Lettering is something that is so fun for me. I think I would really love getting into calligraphy if I ever wanted to do that. But so that is kind of how I do it. I didn't have anything I was looking at. I was just really freehanding this just to show you, but I would go back over, and if I want to shade anywhere a little bit darker, like normally I know like on the down is where it's supposed to be thicker, so I'll do it a little bit thicker like that. But there you have it, and that's how I like to do it. Another thing I love doing is taking pieces and then just kind of adapting them to the seasons. And so that is where these candlesticks actually started from. So they were just silver all the way down. And then for fall, I decided it would be really cute to wrap it in this rope that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. I think this took like, between the two of them, it was either 4 or 5 because I wanted it thick to where you really couldn't see through it. You can see a few right there, but that's at the bottom and I'm not really all that worried about it. But I ended up doing that for fall and then realized that it really went with the decor and I loved it, so I kept it. So I love that. And then you can see my cute little $5 Target find. I love that. It came with that. And it came with this right here, and then one other thing that I ended up giving to my little sister. So there's that. I actually got this right here on clearance at Walmart for $2.50. So that was such a steal. But the next thing I want to talk about are these books right here. As you can see, these are actual books. So I'm gonna show you how they're wrapped up. So for these books, these are ones, some of them I taped it in, but this cardboard paper is actually from the Dollar Tree, from their gift wrap section. Someone else is like pretty interested in our DIY crafting. But these are the cardboard tubes that were the inside of some of the gift wrap. I saved it from Christmas time and I made it then. And then I just took a paint pen and wrote our names on it like this. What I did was I measured the length that I would need by holding the book open like this and going over enough that I could tape it if I wanted to. So that's what I did. And then if I wanted to read these books, then I could. This is one of my favorites, The Kite Runner. You'll have to comment down below if you've ever read that book. It is such a favorite of mine. But I did that for this one. And then this one is actually, I switched out the book that was in this because it was my mom's book. And I finally got to read it and give it back to her. But that's the beauty of it, because you can tape it down, but you don't have to. So I didn't tape this one down or this one right here. But I just chose the books that I wanted. And I did it kind of somewhat according to size. But I did my husband's name, mine, and then Milo, our puppy. And then I just have some twine that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. And I just have that wrapped around. This is a little bit looser because it was tied from the other books, but I just really didn't want to redo it because you really can't tell once it's up there. So I just wrapped it around like that. And there you go. You have the really popular stack of books and it's pretty much free. So when I put it up here, I wanted to add just a little bit of height on this side since we do have the candlesticks on the other side of the mantle. So I decided to put that up there and then put this cute little hello. But I absolutely love it. All right, we're moving into the kitchen now. I just have a few things in here. This is the first one. So I made this, I saw this, I kept seeing this online everywhere. So I got each of these from Hobby Lobby. This is just the chicken wire on top of this frame here. I don't know how much it was, but usually they have the wood shop, usually 40 to 50% off. So it really wasn't that expensive. And then I was able to get this from the floral section. You might can see like right here, I took some floral wire and just wrapped this around. I laid it out the way I wanted it and then went around and tied it on just like that. And then I got this letter also from their home decor section, and I was able to take these right here and use the floral wire as well and just put that on just like that. And I have just two little nails and I have it just hung up here just like that. So I love that. All right, these are the next two, and I really cannot take credit for these. My mom actually made these, but I was so fascinated by how she did it, so I wanted to share it. These are all from the Dollar Tree, not the sunflowers. I think she got those at either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but these are definitely from the Dollar Tree. This is actually a plant box or a pot. This is a little, the dollhouse section that they have in the toys. This is one of the dollhouse tables. And then this is just a bowl that they had. So my mom spray painted these in white chalk paint and then distressed it with some black paint. And then I put up in the top, I got some of the fake Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree. And I grabbed this from Hobby Lobby. And these are actually from Target in their Easter time. I did have some from the Dollar Tree as well, but I really didn't like it quite as much. But I love these. And then this is just a piece of cardboard that she cut out, and she printed this out on her printer and just distressed it with the black paint as well to make it all go together. And it truly looks like it was made like that, and I just love it. Then this is a butter dish, and then she was able to take caps and spray paint those as well, and she just distressed it the same with that black paint. These are salt and pepper shakers, and she did the exact same thing and then wrapped it in that same twine like I had used for my books in there. And then we grabbed some sunflowers to just put in there, and I think it is the cutest thing. So now we're in the dining room. This is another favorite, just little nook of mine that I absolutely love. We have this table just set over here, and usually we have our silverware and things like that, like throwaway silverware over here, but I ended up putting this tray here, which was in the middle of our dining room table, so I'll put that back maybe, but I actually really like it over here. So both of these were given to me as a wedding gift. So this little tier tray, both are from Hobby Lobby. This tier tray here, these lanterns, you will see these throughout my house. I absolutely love them, and they are from the Dollar Tree. These are actually things that I used for the centerpieces at our wedding. So I have a few of those just tucked in right up here. I was able to get this greenery and the flowers. I got those from Hobby Lobby. So I just kind of broke those up and pulled them off and just stuck them around in here. Now I was saying for some of the pieces I do use the floral foam, and I did use it for in here. You can see it a little bit there, but I just cover it up by putting the flowers in like that. And then I actually have these golden eggs that I had picked up from the Dollar Tree that I was saying that I'd used on my scale in there that I ended up not really loving in there, but I put them in here. The next thing, these are more Dollar Tree flowers. The vase is as well, and then I have some of the white rocks that are in the floral department as well. So I put those down in there, and then just used 3 different floral bunches and put that in there just like that. It really went with everything because we do have like a aqua teal with a lime green in our tablecloth, which I will show you. So we have that. Again, more of these little lanterns. There are actually 3 different colors. There's the bronze, this silver right here, and then a gold color. So I've just used all 3 because I have all 3 here in the dining room anyway. So I have those. But the other thing I wanted to show is this super adorable platter here. So my mom made this as well, if you're wondering where I get a lot of my creative craftiness from. This is actually a baking sheet from the Dollar Tree. And she found this right here, this background. It's actually a placemat from Walmart. So she laid it down, traced how big that she wanted. She just did the inside of this, so where this is. And she used hot glue and some of the E6000 to put that in. She took some more of that twine and then didn't fully braid it, but twisted it and hot glued this down. And then I actually made this bow. So this ribbon right here is from the Dollar Tree as well. So I used that, and my mom got this from Hobby Lobby. And I just made a cute little bow like that. I grabbed one of these picture holders from the Dollar Tree, and I have that stuck just right there, and I love it. So I'm still trying to decide what I want to put on this table here, but again, a lantern. I have my wood board, which was actually from our wedding, and then this beautiful cake plate that we got as a wedding gift, and I just have it. It's pretty simple in here. I haven't really finished all of the decor in here because I do have a very large mirror that I want to put over there. I just have to finish it, which might sound a little confusing, but I have this giant picture we were given that I don't really like the picture, so I'm going to tape it off and spray paint on there the glass like spray paint that you can get at the store, and have a giant mirror that is literally just the cost of this spray paint can. But I did want to show you our tablescape. I love it so much, and I think it is just the perfect summery scape here. I was able to get this beautiful tablecloth at TJ Maxx. I got these. So I have two different kinds of placemats because I thought there was only one pack of this. So this is this beautiful blue, which really goes with the blue here in this, as well as the blue over in our picture there and our curtain. So we have those. These plates are from Hobby Lobby. We use them in the wedding for the centerpieces actually. And so I think I'm gonna do a video showing you how I DIY'd and ways to cut costs on weddings. So if that's something you want to see, just comment below and let me know. But we have those, and then our other tablecloth is this because I think that was just beautiful. It's this beautiful gold color. So I love this. As you can see, I did end up moving the tray back over here, but I just love this. And over here now we have still the tier tray and then our utensils basket that I'll move from this table onto our dinner table whenever we have company over. So this nifty little piece is actually a picture frame that was spray painted, and then it looks like just dusted in some gold paint, and then these little hooks put in. This was a gift from my roommate in undergrad, her mom, and it really worked out when I was in college because I could keep my keys and everything in the room. So I have this just command hooked here, and this is in our guest bedroom, so if our guests stay and would feel more comfortable having their keys in here instead of in the kitchen, then we have that there. But this is the thing I really wanted to focus on here. So I need to rearrange this and put it somewhere else now that we have this here. But this is one of my favorites. So this is the scarf holder from the Dollar Tree. So I grabbed one of these, and then I grabbed some of these just really pretty colors. It goes with the colors that are in the decor here in the guest room. So I grabbed some of these cherry blossoms and just some of these other flower arrangements. And then I grabbed some of their ivy that they have in the floral section as well. And I really just wove it through, as you can see, and just tied it where I needed to. But I love this, and it makes such a beautiful piece to hang on the wall to bring some color, to bring some flowers into the room as well. And the way I have it hung up is just two command strips right there, and the back of it right here will just hook right onto those. Oops, Lily. Just some of the last few things that I made, I took the boxes that you can get at the Dollar Tree that are like the treat boxes or the gift boxes. They have some that are larger and that are hexagon shaped, and I got some of the mix and pour concrete that you can get at Lowe's. It was super cheap. I want to say it was under $10 for a 50 or 80 pound bag. So I got some of that, I mixed it up, and I did that. And I am using these as coasters. So I thought about using them as a backsplash, but it took so long to make them that I ended up just using them as coasters, and they really work out well. And then the very last thing I wanted to show was I actually dried my wedding bouquet, and I got a shadow box from Hobby Lobby, and I put it in there as well as my husband's boutonniere that you can see right in there. And I just love it. I got my mom to make, well, she made this for us, and I still have to go back and kind of trace over some of this because the Cricut went a little crazy. But so we got married during a pandemic because we got married last April. So I just love this though, and it's such a good keepsake for me because I really wanted to keep some things from the wedding, but not something that I knew I would eventually throw away or that would go bad. So I hung my bouquet and let it dry for a few weeks, honestly. And then once it was completely dry, I put it in here. And now I have that in our bedroom right beside our unity cross that we did at our wedding. And this isn't DIY, but just a quick tip if you are needing like large prints like this. So I got this frame at Michael's, and I think it was either 75 or 90% off. It was a huge discount off. So I got that, and then I actually printed my picture at Walgreens. I did a poster, a 16 by 20 poster, and I have that there for, it was under 20 bucks for both of them, where it would have been 50, 60, maybe even higher than that if I had done it through like somewhere else. And I do have just a few more pictures that I have made. This is actually a canvas that I did the lettering on and then wrapped in that jute twine. So I absolutely love that. My dad was able to cut out this mason jar shape from some wood, so I was able to paint over that. And then this I just took, and this is actually, I used a paper towel to blot and make the different paint shades there and blend it, and then use some paint pens and some glitter from the Dollar Tree, as well as some ribbon. So that's my biggest tip. If you don't want to paint the edges of your canvas, you can either cover them in twine, like up there, or in ribbon, or I've even done like the Dollar Tree crystals that they have and put those around it. So, but those are the last few things, and they just really go with our really pretty and bright curtains here in the bathroom. And those are the biggest things that I was able to DIY and save money on here in our house. If these are things that you like seeing, I would love to do more crafting like this to show you how to do more things. If you have questions about how I made something that I didn't have video footage of at the time when I made it, or if you have things that you would like for me to try to make to see if it's actually something that's doable, just leave that in the comments below. If this is something you enjoy, don't forget to like this video. It really helps me see kind of what you guys are interested in. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and check out some more. I do think I'm gonna have a fun video coming where I go through things and ways that I saved money for our wedding, things that I was able to DIY for our wedding, because I did actually DIY a lot of the gift favors and things like that, and just some steals I was able to find. So that is a fun video that I want to have coming soon. If you have any other suggestions, don't forget to comment those below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We'll see you next time.